What's up, Hambone here, and I am bringing you another Last of Us multiplayer commentary. And the topic of today's video is a little bit different. It's more just me rambling about my thoughts on the DLC that will be coming for The Last of Us. Even though they haven't announced anything, this is more or less just what I am predicting they will be doing with it. And the reason I decided to do this video was because the BioShock Infinite DLC trailer did drop today, and it just got me thinking about what they could do for this game. So, real quickly, I just want to apologize for no video yesterday. I had a sore throat. I don't know why. I guess it's because I've been turning my temperature down in my house to like 65 degrees at night, and I guess I just got sick or something. But my voice was really raspy, and I didn't feel like talking too much because first of all, it would have sounded awful, and my throat just didn't feel like it. But the gameplay that you're seeing in front of you is more or less my first gameplay back. It's one of my first 3 back. After about a 2-week break from not using any guns in this game, I did do the melee challenge. I recorded that last week, but I didn't shoot any guns, so my accuracy is pretty piss poor in this game. But I don't die. I go 11-5-0 in this game, which was pretty decent, so I figured I might as well post it for this video. But the first thing I want to talk about is the story-based DLC that will be dropping for The Last of Us. And they've already said that they will be doing a story-based DLC at some point. It's just a matter of when they do it. And the first thing that comes to mind, because they said that they were not going to be doing anything more with the Joel and Ellie story, they said that was done completely, is that the first thing that comes to mind, of course, is they could be doing something with Tommy. And that was my first guess as to what they'd be doing. I imagine if they were to do something with Tommy, they'd probably do something about his time with the Fireflies, maybe, is what I was imagining. Maybe him being a rebel. Maybe you'd have to fight a lot more gunfights than you normally would. Maybe it'd turn into more of an action game, that type of DLC. Or it could be about him moving out west, you know, and starting that family that he had started when we met him in the campaign. Oh, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game, I'm going to be talking a lot about some stuff that happens in it. But, you know, if he moves out west and, you know, talking about his trials moving out west by himself to start that family, and I think that would be pretty cool. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they could do something after Joel and Ellie left him. Maybe you could see him maybe doing some more stuff to help his town get on track. Maybe doing more or less like missions to help the town get better, stuff like that. I mean, I could easily see them doing something like that. Maybe they'll go with just some oddball character and just do something brand new. But I could easily see them doing that. And then the other character I could see them doing something with quite easily is Tess. And I was thinking that maybe we could see what she did before she met up with Joel. Or maybe the DLC could be something of her right before she meets up with Joel, or her first meeting with Joel. Just to see more or less what... Because, you know, she was pretty hardcore in the game. Maybe we could see what her relationship was to Joel in the beginning, and how they met each other, and how more or less they became partners in that sense. But that's about all really I could see for them doing story-wise as far as my predictions are concerned as to what's the obvious. Maybe they could do something with Bill. I mean, I like Bill. He was a pretty cool character. Maybe they could show him and his relationship between him and his partner. You know, there was maybe a little bit something more there than... just being partners, you know, that I guess they could do something with that. I could see Naughty Dog doing something with that. It'd be a pretty interesting point of view for the game to see, you know, more or less how he interacted in that situation with his quote-unquote partner. Or I guess they could do something with Henry and Sam, but I don't think that, well, I guess they could. You'd have like another child partner with you, and you could be wait, which one's the older one? Henry? Shit, I can't remember. But you know, I guess it could be like another Joel and Ellie story leading up to when they met up with Joel and Ellie in the campaign. But I can't see as much with that, just because, I don't know, it just doesn't make as much sense to me to do it with them. But enough of the campaign DLC. On to the multiplayer DLC thoughts that I have for it. And the first thing I want to talk about is the maps that they could be giving us. And personally, I would like to see more open maps, larger maps, similar to Lakeside and Dam. I really like the openness of both those maps. That's why they're my favorite maps on the game. They really allow you to go for wide on flanks and stuff, and you have plenty of room to get around. You're not worried about getting stuck on everything if you have to, you know, make a quick little maneuver. I like big open maps like that, and I like being outside too, with like not many rooms to go in. That's probably why I like Dam so much too. But Then they also have a dynamic effect to the map that's pretty cool, where both of them sometimes becomes pretty hard for you to see, and that adds to the whole feel of the map, and I liked it on those two maps in particular. But at the same time, I would also like to see some really small maps. I'm not sure how they would implement them into the game. Maybe they could, I'm not sure where the location would be, of course, but, really small, as in, like, I honestly find the shorty, and the shotgun, I guess too, they're close range weapons, but you only find stuff like flamethrower too. While I'm thinking about it, and you really only find use for them in specific situations in games when you're having to bull rush people. But if they go ahead and give you a super small map, then you could go ahead and use them on that map, and they would be effective regardless. I think that'd be really cool. I think it'd give the weapons a little bit more use, and then maybe I kind of have a feeling where I feel that a lot of the purchasable weapons aren't justified in buying them, because maybe a couple smaller maps could help justify the usefulness of some of these weapons. The weapons are just a little bit more useful in those sense, and they could help justify their point cost. But some smaller maps, and I mean by smaller, I mean like smaller than Checkpoint. Checkpoint, I think, is the smallest map on the game. I think it is. I don't know, it feels like it's the smallest, but I think that would be really cool if they could bring in some smaller maps and allow us to have more of a reason to use the close range weapons in those situations, because we would have smaller maps, CQB and stuff like that. But some environments I would like to see really quick would be like a neighborhood, when you're traveling with Henry and Sam and you go into those neighborhoods and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool if they could bring in a neighborhood like that, or if they did a graveyard, like a church level, like when you first meet up with Bill and you go to his safe house and there's that graveyard after it. Maybe I could easily see them doing a level with that. Having like all the tombstones around for cover and stuff. That would be really cool. Or a sewer level, but I don't know why. For some reason, like, I imagine a sewer level, but I imagine it being the most frustrating map to play on for some reason, because it would just be, I don't know. I just feel like it would be frustrating to play on just because it's a sewer level. But that's about it as far as the maps are concerned. And now onto some game modes I would like to see implemented into this game. And the first would be capture the flag. And there's kind of two reasons why I want to see it. The first is because I think they could implement capture the flag in this game very well, simply because this game is already a bit of a tactical game, and there already is a respawn delay to the game. So, there's already that standpoint, and they wouldn't have to worry about, having tons of people spawn over and over again near the flag, and it would become very frustrating to get a flag in this game because of how quickly people die. But then at the same time, I could also see a capture the flag game mode justifying people maybe using something like Marathon Runner more, because I personally don't see any use for that perk at all in this game at the moment. So there's that reason, and I don't know, I like capture the flag. I think it could be a good game mode to add to this game. And then the other one that they could do would be like a game mode similar to Kill Confirmed, and by that I mean when you kill someone, they drop resources. Now, instead of going by kills this time, it goes by the amount of resources your team has collected. Maybe they could do it with parts too, but I was thinking primarily more towards the resources that are dropped when you kill people. But I guess like maybe if you collect enough parts and stuff, that could add to your total too. Maybe they can make it a really high number, like 200 or something, because there's 4 people on the team. I guess that would be reasonable. I don't know, maybe they'd do like 250 or 300 if they're going to do it that way. If they actually make it a pretty high number, probably like 400. Yeah, they could do something like that, and I think that would make a really cool game mode, a really fun game mode. But then at the same time, there are a couple of game modes that I think would not work in this game at all, and that would be free for all, simply because I don't think there's enough room on the maps or enough spawn points to spawn people safely all the time, because of how spread out people would be in a free-for-all game mode on this game, I think. More or less enough said on that one. And then Domination, and that's because, or King of the Hill mode, and that's because I don't really see an objective-based mode like that where you have to stand in a certain position and get points for something. I just don't see it working in this game. That's just my opinion on what the DLC should be and what it might be for the upcoming Last of Us. And as usual, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a like And then if you like the Last of Us multiplayer comment, I try to put it out every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to subscribe to my channel for that. Oh, and Thursday I will be uploading a Shiv only gameplay, and hopefully you will enjoy that. So enjoy the rest of your day.